So another video, I've spent 2 hours with the roguelike Redacted by the studios that made Callisto Protocol. Callisto Protocol was like really dope graphically, but I remember being kind of boring because it was kind of samey every enemy encounter. It was always like that in melee, and then the gun wasn't as effective as I wanted. So it's just very melee heavy, but the graphics were amazing in that game. So Redacted, like, I hate roguelites. I think roguelites suck. Every time I play them, I'm just like, I'm going to see the same stuff over and over again. It makes sense for my life because I don't have a lot of time, so you want a single player type experience, but something about roguelites usually suck to me. But this game is actually hot. I'm not going to lie. It's a lot of fun. The way that they handled the roguelike thing, I feel like they kind of did the Hades thing. Hades is good, but it was hard to see, but it has Hades effect. It's kind of like Hades, where it's like really fast and the graphics are cool, and there's like this comic book art style that kind of sucks you in. So the art direction is phenomenal. And then the gameplay is really fast. I think the melee that stun baton, whatever, it just kills my soul. But I get it, what they're doing with it. It's kind of it's a very notable, it is its own style of, melee combat. And the gun's not that effective, particularly that effective. But I can't say enough about the way it paces. It feels really good. The upgrades feel powerful. You feel empowered to get past, and you're really hoping you get that one or two upgrade that really sets you up. The bosses aren't too impossible. You feel like you can go far every time you play it. Again, I hate roguelikes, but for some reason, and then they have main core bosses that you see every time. Then there's like, you're all trying to get, basically you're a prisoner that's trying to get to an escape pod before the other there's only one escape pod left, and you're trying to reach the escape pod before the other prisoners. You don't know who these other prisoners are. It's just the story that sets up this roguelike. And you're a security guard. And then as you're playing, like each time I'm playing through, I'm meeting a new thing that's happened. So I met one of the inmates that's one of the remaining inmates. And now it's like a mini boss battle. And then the mini boss battle doesn't finish. He runs away, and you can follow him and fight him again. So it's like introducing these interesting progression dynamics where it's like, okay, do I want to fight this boss? And then there's this meter on the bottom where you're basically fighting a sub boss while you're playing the game. So it's like two battles happening at once, and you can do like remote. So basically you're all racing to that. At the bottom, it's kind of tracking kind of like how close people are to the escape pod. And those other prisoners kind of show up on that bottom, and you can attack them with remote attacks through like the computer system. So you have hold left trigger, and then you press like Y, B, X, A at the timing, and you can affect them trying to get to the pod while you're in the middle of doing what you're doing, and they can attack you. So that prisoner can hack the mainframe and turn all the lights out in the room that you're in, and you'll hack the mainframe. I don't know what that means, but that character can attack you by affecting status of what you're doing. They can affect the screen where you'll just have pop-ups on your screen, and you have to put in D-pad codes to get the pop-ups off the screen. Like, delightful experience, delightful surprises so far. Redacted's one of my favorite, it is my favorite roguelike game so far that I may have ever played. Very impressed by it. Art direction crazy, progression is cool, story is interesting enough to make me play. Really liking it. Gameplay feels fluid and smooth. 2 hours of Redacted feels pretty good.